Hey there, Wastelander! Welcome back to Fallout McFly, my little corner on the internet where I just sit around and talk about Fallout and stuff. And in this one, we are talking about the actual benefit of the Fasnacht Parade. Or at least how I think of it. First off, from my family to yours, happy Fasnacht. And secondly, when I mention the Fasnacht Parade, what comes to mind? Is it friends? Kooky masks? Maybe a certain singing robot that just doesn't shut up? I'm sure there's plenty of things that come to your mind, and by all means, feel free to leave comments. I love to hear a good story about a Fasnacht Parade. But no, to me, over the years, Fasnacht Parade in Fallout 76 has meant one thing. The best acid farm you've ever seen, baby! Yeah, I know, this is totally random, and I don't really think I'm over-exaggerating here. Anyone familiar with the Fasnacht Parade and its festivities, you'll know about the honey house. And for a very specific robot, we have to hand in some beeswax. But call me a klepto, I just don't really feel like handing in that beeswax. And come to find out, you can break down the beeswax into acid scrap. So with the power of a stocked friends list, and maybe a couple private servers or two, I'm here to show you the actual benefit of Fasnacht is farming acid. But thanks for clicking, let's get into it.
I'll go get it.
Jeez. Now normally there's steps to go through with some form of farm, but this one's pretty straightforward. If you're familiar with Fasnacht, like I said, I'm sure you know where Helvetia is, so we're going to start at Helvetia. Once we spawn in, if you do have Fallout first, this is obviously going to work way better because you'll have an infinite scrap space and a tent. So once I spawn in, I like to drop my tent right behind me, right outside of Helvetia, because surprisingly this beeswax is going to get pretty heavy. I guess this is the caveat. But once we spawn in, we're going to run directly to the honey house. And once we hit there, you're going to follow along to the very specific beeswax storage containers. And shocker, they're beehives. But there's 10 separate beehives, and from each run you'll probably get 30 to 35. That's generally the number I was getting. And it's just as simple as that, rinse and repeat. I would even take back what I said before, you don't even need a private server. I had about 6 friends between 6 different servers, and hopping on each one in order, by the time I went back to the 6th one, everything had respawned. So as far as I know, you just need 6 friends and you can just keep server hopping one at a time and you can just keep reaping the benefits. For me, this was PS5, so the loads were pretty quick and easy. I did crash here and there, but I feel like I was crashing normally on Fasnacht in general, so I don't really count that. And then doing this as fast as I could in about 1 hour between 2 Fasnachts, I was able to get about 1500 acid. And like I said, that's just 1 hour, so stock up as much acid as you can. If you ask me, it's one of the most vital resources in the game. But I think that's about it for this one. Hopefully this gave you a little insight on the hidden benefits of Fasnacht, and maybe even an extra chore to do in between the parade. But I want to thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. A like is always appreciated, all that good YouTube stuff, and I will catch you out there in the wasteland.